Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome back. Tinkerpool with you for an evening of Fortnite as we sit back and get a chance to play some of the galactic battles that are going on right now. I did try to get on last night, thought I had a nice little run going, and I would say that about 20 minutes, no, it had to be longer than that. I think it was about 40 minutes into the feed. I realized that we didn't have any sound. So I ended up talking for at least 35, 40 minutes and before I even realized that my sound wasn't working. So that was awesome. Um, yeah. So before we jump in, I kind of thought we'd run through the battle pass. I love it. Couple tunes I'm not a huge fan of, but overall, with the pass being what it is, I do like it. I think they did a very good job, um, and it just looks slick. So let's flip over and we'll jump into that, and we'll kind of just take a look at what the pass looks like. Like I said, um, big fan of the pass, the way it's turned out. I just think it looks slick. So we'll go all the way back here. The first one we drop into, it's Jedi Evie. Just her in her rebel outfit. Just a recap of her, along with the Lego skin. The Lego skins have gotten better and better. A lot of them look nice. They're sleek and clean. Evie does look pretty slick. Then you will get in and you will get the title theme march, which is slick. It will play if you have it. Unfortunately, with music, as we do not get those in here because we will get copy strike. So I can't play the music. Um, the pickaxes are kind of slick. Um, as you're there, they're a little tall when you zoom in, but I do like them. I think they're kind of neat. Feel the force, a nice little emote, kind of kneeling on rock. Rocks come up around you, kind of a Luke Skywalker type thing going on there. Um, go into, I'll just go in on one or two of these into full screen. The splash screens are nice. Most of them are pretty slick. They're pretty smooth. And then you've got the Rebel Alliance look there on the gun gear. Nice little twin blasters on the back bling. Kind of fill out Evie's look. And then you switch into her second look, which you get the red blades, V-Bucks, Palpatine, and Evie, the red version or the Empire version there, Sith version actually. And then you have her trails, her trails. I've went back to not using them again. It's really easy to get picked up, especially with some of these gaudy ones like this. We got the V-Bucks, and then we get into Sith Evie. And she does have some variations. I believe it'll shift through them here. I do like her one where she's wearing her hood and the mask. Lego figure is always going to be the standard look, so it's not going to switch over there. Then we get into the first set of gliders, real kind of interesting ones. You have to hang low on these. The problem is with a lot of these gliders, they just get so tough to see when you're bouncing around. But the X-Wing, the black X-Wing, is slick. There's no detail held out in this. I mean, jump in, red 5 standing by. It is slick looking. And then you've got the Resistance bomber here. Whoops, and I jumped out. Trying to go in and look at it. So then you've got the bomber. And the nice thing is even on the Lego versions, they are pretty slick. And what I have noticed is on the Lego versions, we're starting to see cleaner. They're doing a mix of Lego and also standard animation in on those things. You'll see more later with Palpatine, but and then you've got the Black Dive Squadron, so not bad there. Then you got Black Leader, the wrap, probably my second favorite wrap of the season. Uh, Another little piece there, but then you're going into Poe Dameron. And Poe, not a tune I'm digging, not what I use, but it's clean. It is super clean. Clean, nice, slick looking. I mean, it's dead on. Then we'll go ahead over into the next piece. Pickaxes again, much to be desired on this set. I mean, it's an S foil part of a ship. Why don't you just drop us some lightsabers? Epic, please. Fortnite, just the request has been there forever. We've wanted them since the first Star Wars collab. Just drop us the lightsabers. Poe's got a nice back bling, Lexwing model, and then we go with a nice, the emote, V-Bucks, and Daemon's, Poe's loading screen. And then you have your second look at Poe there. Then we get into the only skin I'm not a huge fan of. I've kind of had my fill of the cuddle skins. But you've got the dance piece, and then we get into the old school glider, old school Wookiee glider, stuff falling off, and the big paw. Um, Another back bling, or not back bling, but another piece there. Where's my Wookiee at? That one you can actually hear because it's not copyright music. And then you got the Wookiee team leader. Kind of zoom in on that one. It's just a very odd skin to me. They did do up. There's your Wookiee. And we'll go into the second versions. This back bling I do think is kind of slick. Even though it is a cuddle skin, it's slick with the throat of C3PO. Another paw, more V-Bucks. And there you do have another dust up on the loading screen. And then you finally get your first banner icon for the season, which is the Wookiee, more V-Bucks. And then you have your secondary Wookiee skin. And then as you go in there, again, Lego versions are always the same, but there you go. Then we get into probably my favorite emote of this season. Because even when you're in with Palpatine here and you go to Lego, this is where they are making it look slick. The lightning effects on this one and the smoke coming from the ground is awesome. Another contrail where we're kicking in the Imperial shuttles. They look cool. Don't get me wrong. I really think they do look cool. Just when you're playing, I mean, and as I watch a lot of the folks that are competitive, I mean, they're putting on going as minimal as they can. So you're not seeing them used a lot. Palpatine's cane does look kind of neat. It's just a great look. And here is the skin I really am kind of digging this season. Just soft black, just kind of that matte black look. Kind of just looks like you're running around inside the Death Star. And then you've got the repulsor pod, more V-Bucks, and then Palpatine. From there, we go into the bonus rewards, and we'll have the page there, the Imperial Hollow back bling. You can have your band, and now you can have some drumsticks to really go to town there. And on your back, another emote, because those are so cool. The Wookiee wrap. And this is a slick, evil-looking loading screen. You have an evil Palpatine, Death Star in the background, bunch of TIE fighters. It's pretty slick looking. It just looks really good. And then as we move forward, and there's your other shot of Palpatine and his Chancellor gear, which is another just great look. And that's the bonus reward. And then the last piece we see is General Grievous. And General Grievous, not 4 arms, got 2. I think this is going to be a fun tune when this opens up on the 15th. So we're still about a week and a half, a little over a week out, but then that'll pop. And this is the only one I think they kind of just, I don't think it was done well. I mean, there's limits, but I think this one's rough. It just is. But so that's how that goes. We don't see anything else there. Just like with bonus rewards, it's only page 1. Page 2 will unlock on the 15th, and then we'll see what we've got coming up second. That's what we have on those. But at the same time, a new Lego Pass came out as well, which the Lego Pass is going to give you out the gate. It's going to give you Captain Phasma, and you're going to get both versions. The nice thing is here is just like on the standard pass with tunes, you will get the Lego versions. This is the opposite way. So with the Lego version, you do get true Captain Phasma, and Phasma looks badass. I mean, it's slick looking. Out of all the tunes and skins released so far this season, I think Captain Phasma is my favorite. And I've been waiting for it for a while. As a huge fan of, the parks and Disney and stuff, when the First Order would march in Hollywood studios for a long time, Captain Phasma would lead the charge, and it was just crazy, completely off the hook. Um, so very slick. Then we go into your control room. So there's a lot of Lego stuff they've added to really kind of build out as we're looking here. And, all the different counters. Here you have an executive office, or I'm sorry, the executive bathroom. I think there's another bathroom in there too, and conference room, command center. We'll just kind of bounce through these a little quicker. But there's your med base. You got med stations. But here's something that they've put some pretty big builds in. Now, on each of these pages, we're going to show at least one actual supersized build. And when you take a look at how many floors, how many outdoor areas, roofs, stairs, wall decorations, and walls there are, I mean, this is a pretty massive build. And when you spin around and kind of just see how this is broken out, I mean, these are massive areas. It is going to be a very large build. And when you take a look what's needed to build this, I mean, you're looking at almost 1,000 granite. I think what I'm going to try to do is maybe some point this week, I'm going to go out and on the Survivor, maybe on the Survivor, maybe on just the sandbox that I've got, we'll go out and build out. I think my Survivor is the one I've been playing the most on. And I'll try to grind this stuff, and maybe we'll have like a 2 hours, so we'll go through and build these new ones. Because that is the first verb base is just slick looking. As we move in, you have your situation rooms, you have those parts. You've got cargo. You do have the monitoring gear, Chrome Dome, Fortnite. So another song piece that, and this one actually I think is playing through. So this may actually be one that's clean. You may hear. So you just have to play along with that. But that one is another one there. Then we have the mess hall, a nice Lego loading screen, and then we have another build. So this one, it's not an aircraft. As cool as it would be, I would love to get some aircraft builds that we could just build out. Give me a TIE fighter, give me an X-wing, or just some troop transports would be fun. How about an Imperial shuttle just to fly around? I think the flight mechanics got to get a little better in Lego Fortnite before we can do that. But I mean, as you can take a look here, this is another huge build. I mean, you're talking 1, 2, 3, I think almost 6 squares down, 5. So I mean, it's a pretty long build, and then you're 2 levels in this. Is what it looks like. So it's a pretty large size scale build. We do have another little speeder bike, little tread speeder there. I was really hoping we'd get speeder bikes instead of motorcycles. I thought that would have been slick this year, or to change out my brother-in-law, who is you may catch on here. We're working on getting some multi-stream set up where I'm working on still getting the sound right, so we get the voices through. But we'll do some duos, triple trios with my brother-in-law and brother-in-law and nephew, and we'll get them on. But he was the one who mentioned the land speeders would have been really cool if they're replacing the cars with like land speeders or some little crafts like that would have been pretty slick, and I agree. Then we go into the first order bathroom, so another bathroom. Always need your toilets and tubs. The nice little lounge, commissary, dormitory, and just little areas there. First order suite. And then we have one of the two massive builds. So the first order GNK series outpost, you can see how many ladders, and you can kind of get a glance in there just how big this thing is. It's massive. And you take a look at the staircase up to this. And it's just neat looking. It builds up and then you build it out. So just cool looking. I mean, you're one, two. I mean, the ladders alone, the stairs alone are what? One, two, I think, to get up, just to get into the bottom. And then you're one, two, three, four, five more levels up. And it does look like inside, looks like that's just a big room. So, one problem with these builds, I wish if you had all the materials with you, you could just quick build it um, and just add them. This gets tough, and when you're especially when you're playing in survival, where you don't have the ability to fly, some of these builds do get a little tough. But it's still a blast building this stuff. Then we go into your page 4, and we go right into the first order outpost, which is another big build. And the only thing I caught on this one was that I did see these doors, and I haven't built this yet. I haven't built any of the new Star Wars stuff. I do wonder how these doors are going to open. If they're just going to be standard, back and forth, or if these are going to be slide to the sides. And if that's the case, that could be really slick if they work like a true sci-fi door, where instead of going, in and out, if they just kind of bridge back apart like a pocket door. Um, we go back, another splash screen. Then we go into the first order navigation screen. And then we've got the droid repair, another first order radar, and then your throne room, and then the final build, which is the first order AT-AT or Imperial Walker. And again, another just think these just look really cool. They've done a really cool job of building these out as best they can. Probably not a lot of storage space in this one. I'm sure you can go forward into this, but I'm sure we're going to get some nice lighting with these as well. So it should look cool, be able to light them up inside. So in the distance, I mean, you put some lights, alongside those eyes, and you see that thing lit up from a distance. It's got to be looking pretty cool. So we do have all those opened up. But again, if you got the Fortnite, excuse me, Big Pass, if you got the Fortnite Crew Pass each month, you get all the passes whenever they pop. It's not a bad deal, especially if you're buying your packs each month. Gives you 1,000 V-Bucks in the Crew Pass, and you get every single Battle Pass that pops out. So as we're finishing up here, I mean, these all end. I mean, everything ends here at June 7th. The Music Pass will end the 17th. But the next Lego Pass, all this stuff ends June 7th. So you're about a month out, or just shy of that. And then we'll pop, and then we'll go right into the next season, which should be our next true season, not another mini season. But the thing is, they've mentioned this season as kind of a mini season number 1. So the question does arise: are we going to get another one? So that will be to be determined. But at this point, we're going to drop in here. The Pro-Am stuff is still going on. Make sure you're popping through your quest to get all that stuff opened up. Locklands is tomorrow night, or tomorrow, yeah, and that'll kick in. We've had Loser Fruits and Bugas that have kicked out. And then the alignment quests that you can run right now are kind of fun. What you can do is you drop in and you can complete these quests at the different points of interest. The points of interest right now, the new ones are the Resistance base here, which is where you can find not TIE fighters, but the X-Wings. One's usually right there or right there. We go down, all the way down here. This is Vader's Samurai Solitude. Here you will find Darth Vader. You can get his lightsaber, as well as the TIE fighters are down here too. As we go over here, this is the Outpost Enclave, and this is where you will get the Mos Eisley look. Mos Eisley. Quite a bit of gear down there you can go to. And then the other is the First Order base, and this is where Captain Phasma is. And if you take her out, you can actually get her weapon as well. Overall, it's quite a cool map. I mean, a lot of stuff in the middle. TIE fighters you can fly around with, kind of bounce, so you can get moving pretty good. But there is still a lot of stuff to do. The other way to get lightsabers is you will find them around the map. You can kill people for them, or after the first storm forms, you should see 2 icons on the map that will show you a Jedi and a Jedi emblem and a Sith emblem. And if you go to either one of those, and you're the first one there, kind of like with Godzilla, if you're the first one there, you will go in and actually do your training. You will get a apprentice lightsaber, and if you go in the Rebel one or the Jedi one, you'll get a Jedi Force push power. And if you go into the Sith one, you will get chain lightning. So we'll kind of drop in here, so where we end up. The quests we have: travel distance at the base, and First Order Imperial outposts. Okay, if we can get the TIE Fighter, which we'll go for, we should be able to pop both these quests off this time. So that should be a good win. And as always, make sure you hydrate. Fortniting takes a lot of energy. So the other thing tonight, if you're a basketball fan, Wolves, Golden State, Ant-Man takes on Steph Curry. Go Wolves. Yes, I'm a Wolves fan. I'm a Minnesota fan, so we're gonna be rooting for them Cats to really do a good job and pull it off. And it's gonna be a long flight. Flights this long, you can get peanuts and popcorn and. So with that coming up, I mean, we've talked that this is a Disney stream as well. Current big news coming out of Disney right now, big things going on is we are getting ready to shut down Muppet 3D in Hollywood Studios in Orlando. We've got about a month left on that. The word is in the parks is they are actually going to be doing a full recording of the Muppet show that they've got going on there. And the understanding is that it's going to be archived. Don't know what they're going to do with it just yet, but oh, and everybody's flying. Everybody wants to fly. Yep, and we didn't make it there. Okay. Okay, well, that didn't. Well, that works. And it's just flying around. So you need to get 1,000 meters. Thing is, these things fly so well, it's not that hard. And you get 3 lives in them. So if it does pop, what'll happen is you'll crash land, you get out, let it sit for a bit, and then you can rejuvenate. And there we got our 700 and change. So another loop. That is the problem, though. Like I said, everybody likes shooting you. You can hit from half a mile away. Oh, God. Wow, how that. Okay, so we got our distance, and now we're getting out of here. Like I said. Okay. And there, if no one's there, this is where we can get our lightsaber. And it doesn't look like anyone is. So we're going to be able to land. There. And there's Rey. And we're going to bounce in and out. And we're going to come out with a lightsaber. Okay. Now we need to fly through. In these areas, we ain't gonna shoot anybody because we only had to go by them. Get to the other side of the hill and go to the other ones. And we are pretty beat up right now, so. I mean, to the point where okay, so that is revving up. Okay, so we're gonna drag that. Yeah, drag that last one. Get that lightsaber up there. Move that around a little bit. Okay. So we've gotten those. We've got 2 of those. I think we're going to get 3 and 4. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. So then we'll flip. Again. Back to flying. So now we do see that this one is going to be in Storm Quick. So we are going to do our quick little flyby. And we'll get this one done. And then after we get that done, we'll go hit one more, which I'll hammer those out. And then we can go up in the Wild Blue yonder and see what we got going on. Okay, so that's 3. If any more, oh, I don't know. We are going to have to try to make that one. Let's see. Can we make that one in time? That's going to be a lot of turbo boost. But we will definitely take a shot at it. Meters. I mean, the thing is, these shots, you can actually hammer from way out. We've tested it. We were over 900 meters. Had a couple guys on one side. We were playing duos, and you could plug these things from quite a ways out. So, I mean, the damage you can do is crazy. Okay. And someone's got a shield down there, so. And I think that's it. Yep. Yep. Okay. We're going to have to run. did some damage to that dude. Have to see if he made it. And the nice thing is these lightsabers do let you move quick. I don't know what the hell happened there. Block, block, block. And it just got jacked. But it happens. So let's see what resets now that we made that first level. So I think we go into level 2 on the quests. And I'm just curious on our alignment now. Oh, just right back in and Sith Apprentice lightsabers. Okay, so we're just back to doing damage. And the next stage is stage 1, 0%. Okay, so it's just... Okay, so we're just kind of plugging through. And blaster rifles travel distance of vehicles. Okay, so what we're basically just doing is just jumping back in. But, let's see. We had Apprentice Evie. Is there anything really? I don't know. That's not what I'm worried about. Okay, well, let's jump back in as Evie, though. See how that turns out. Queue back up. Now the nice thing is, oh, it's just going to blow stuff up. So it's just getting a Sith lightsaber. You just got to get lucky. So what do you all think of the new season? Is everyone's kind of looking out? I mean, are we fans of it? Do we like it? Do we not like it? Um, as I said before in the as we were leading in, I'm digging it quite a bit. I think it's a lot of fun. It just looks cool. Um, I'm actually drop in here and rip through this quest, but I think we're gonna do it the easy way because I'm just gonna go steal an X-wing and then just go blow stuff up. Um, everybody's racing for Darth Vader. The other thing everyone's racing for right now is everybody's blasting to get their butts over to Captain Phasma because that rifle, blaster rifle that you get from her is crazy. That's also the reason I stopped playing as Captain Phasma right now because anytime you're over there, there is no gap. Everybody's out for you. I actually have someone racing for an X-Wing for a change? I mean, normally I drop in over here and no one cares. I mean, everyone's trying to get the TIE Fighter. I think everyone's racing to work on the TIE Fighter, the Sith Quest, and no one gives a rat's patootie about these others. Okay. I don't know if I can even blow this thing up. I mean, that's a big item to have to blow up. Oh, okay. Well, there's 40 things. Aw, always fun when you get someone else. Wow, that dude was dead on. Yikes. I don't even know if I got all my items done. Well, that was quick. We always love those quick matches. Okay. I'll just take a look at this. We've got a lot of frame rate dropping tonight. CPU usage is down, but man, we have dropped a ton of frames. Well, maybe. Oh, let's go see. We'll see how busy Darth Vader is tonight. Lots of frames, lots of frames. I got at least one. But the thing is, a lot of times folks coming over here, they don't want Darth. Lately, everyone just wants the darn TIE fighters. Oh boy. No, Darth is just down there plugging away. Um, oh wow. Well, that's a new one. Haven't seen that move before. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? Oh, he went down below. That's weird. Okay, so walk in, get Darth's saber. And again, always nice when someone tries to pick you up from behind and kind of get the cheesy shots on you. Yep, there we go. Yeah, the nice thing is, at this point, oh, we're supposed to learn the light side. Whoops, oh well. And sometimes you just gotta like the dark side. Yeah, some of it's just fun shooting stuff. I'm a little lost on how you're able to block to dodge the saber throws, but you win some, you lose some. Okay. We are dropping a ton of frames. We've got to take a look at something here, so bear with me, folks. I hate really kind of fixing this stuff on the fly, but I think we do have to take a look at something here. So bear with me just a moment. Okay. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are definitely having problems. Yeah, I think we're gonna kill the stream for the night. Um, I'd planned to go about an hour tonight, but I think we're gonna cut it shorter by about 15 minutes. We just got a ton of line laws right now, so everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining me for a little bit. I think we'll be back on again tomorrow. We'll just get this tweaked and figure out what we got going on. But thanks for joining. If you did like the stream, what you could see of it tonight, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. So next time you see us, you get a notification when we're on. Thanks for stopping by and have a great night.